All right, buddy, 6 o'clock on your Tuesday morning. The weather is changing on this Tuesday, and most probably would say not for the better.
Oh, definitely. I was just thinking that.
It's like, oh, no,
yeah, no,
don't
gotta
disappear.
hang on.
Man, yeah, it's been really fun to enjoy those cool mornings, low humidity days. Forget about it for the next several days. It's starting to happen right now. It's turning more humid, really cloudy. The result, more 70s than 60s, no 50s. How about that? 13 degrees warmer than 24 hours ago in LaGrange, 14 degrees warmer in Giddings, 8 degrees warmer here in Austin. Moisture levels on the rise. That's leading to lots of clouds, acting like a blanket, keeping us a little bit warmer this morning. Watching maybe some tropical trouble brewing down there across the western Gulf. Doesn't look like it's going to turn into a tropical storm or hurricane, but it could send some moisture and rain our way. Just a slight chance late today, primarily for our friends east of I-35. So at the bus stop this morning, also at school, mostly cloudy. Warmer, a little more humid by the afternoon, not super hot. May feel a little bit warmer with all that moisture in the air with highs right around 90 degrees. We'll talk about our rain chances for the rest of the week. And this is just the preview of the big warm-up. Temperatures going up and up and up in that 7-day.
Right, Zach, thanks. Let's check in with Randy Taylor. She's checking on the roads on this Tuesday morning. Randy.
If you're headed out your door soon, then you should have a worry-free ride. It's starting to get a little more congested here on 35 near 51st, but it's not causing any delays, and we have no accidents to report. Now, if you're going to be traveling westbound on 290 from FM 973 to 35, you're looking at just under a 15-minute drive. I'm Randy Taylor, Fox 7 Traffic Edge.
One woman is dead after being hit by a cab Metro bus overnight. It happened in North Austin at Metric Boulevard and Howard Lane. Nick Spinetto is live in North Austin with the very latest on this. Good morning, Nick.
Hi, good morning to you, Amanda. And I can tell you Austin police are investigating this deadly crash. Now, the cab Metro bus was still in service when it hit and killed the woman as she was crossing the street. New this morning, overnight, Cab Metro released a statement saying, quote, there were no passengers on board the bus and the bus operator was not injured. The Austin Police Department is conducting an investigation as the incident resulted in a fatality. Cab Metro is not making any other comments at this time. Meantime, this happened shortly before 9 last night at the intersection of Metric Boulevard and Howard Lane here in North Austin. EMS tells us 2 people were crossing Howard Lane. The first person made it, but the second person was hit by the bus. The unidentified 30-year-old woman died here at the scene. According to Austin police, the bus driver did have a green light, but they're investigating who actually had the right-of-way.
We don't know who had the right-of-way in terms of pedestrian right-of-way. We had several people that actually witnessed the pedestrian being struck and went ahead and stopped and notified 911. So we had several callers on this incident.
Now, the name of the bus driver and victim has not been released yet. Meantime, this should not impact any bus service this morning. Amanda, back to you.
Nick Spinetto in North Austin. Thank you, Nick.
Months after a man and woman were killed inside a Kyle home, police say they still don't have a suspect. On June 25th, Kyle police officers got a phone call from a family member of 45-year-old James Wright. The person said they hadn't heard from Wright in several days, and when officers arrived, they saw Wright's body, as well as the body of 44-year-old Tina Combs, who was visiting from Arlington.
What we're asking is if the public has any information, if they saw anything or they've heard anything, even if they think it's a minor detail, we're asking them to please contact the Kyle Police Department, and so we can have our investigators follow up on that information.
According to an online obituary, Wright was a self-employed general contractor. According to a GoFundMe account, Combs left behind 7 children.
Opening statements are expected this morning in the murder trial of a former Bastrop County deputy. Daniel Willis is charged with shooting Yvette Smith after responding to a domestic disturbance call at her home last year. Yesterday, a jury pool of 450 people was called to appear at the Bastrop County Courthouse. Those going through the jury selection process were asked to fill out a questionnaire that asked their opinions regarding recent shootings involving law enforcement officers.
All of that has caused a lot of polarization in a good part of our population, so we're concerned that that may have an impact, and also the more recent events that have happened with regard to law enforcement officers being targeted.
We've not filed a motion for a change of venue. We've not had enough people call and raise enough issues to think that we can't get a fair jury in this community, and I think that this community deserves to hear this case because it happened in their city, in their county.
Willis was fired from the Bastrop County Sheriff's Department after he was indicted. His attorney says he will argue the shooting was justified because Smith was armed with a gun. In April, the county settled a civil lawsuit with Smith's family, paying them $1.2 million.
The manhunt for a Mississippi college professor is now over after police confirmed Shannon Lamb committed suicide Monday night. The 45-year-old is accused of killing a colleague at Delta State University along with his live-in girlfriend. While authorities say they won't speculate on a motive, those who know the suspect claim he believed the two victims were having an affair behind his back. Fox News correspondent Kelly Wright has the story.
A Mississippi college professor wanted in the shooting deaths of two people is now dead. Police say 45-year-old Shannon Lamb killed himself late Monday night as officers closed in on him following an intense statewide manhunt. Hours before his death, Lamb warned police he wouldn't be taken into custody alive.
We don't know if he's been in jail prior. That his statement was that he was not going to jail if contacted by law enforcement.
The incident started Monday morning when, according to authorities, Lamb shot and killed fellow professor Ethan Schmidt inside a building at Delta State University. Officials there immediately placing the northern Mississippi campus on lockdown, leaving students and staff shaken up.
I never knew it would happen like this. First in Mississippi State, and I never thought it would be here at Delta State.
Lamb is also suspected of killing his girlfriend, Amy Prentice, whose body was found hundreds of miles away in the Gulf Coast town of Gaucher. Reports indicate he had suspicions Prentice was cheating on him with Schmidt. Police, however, have not confirmed that.
I don't know why this man did what he did, and it would be pure speculation on our part, and we're not going to speculate on anything on this investigation.
Classes at Delta State University are canceled for today. An on-campus candlelight vigil for Professor Schmidt is scheduled for this evening. Kelly Wright, Fox News.
Entire communities in Northern California have been decimated by two wildfires, and officials warn more destruction is likely to come. Lauren's in the studio with details on this. Lauren.
Well, an estimated 23,000 people have already been forced to leave their homes as flames continue to blaze a path across parts of California. The Valley Fire north of San Francisco is still burning out of control. Since starting Saturday, the fire has killed an elderly woman and injured 4 firefighters. The flames have destroyed more than 400 homes, with thousands of others at risk.
It's complete devastation. I mean, that's where I grew up, and I was trying to raise my kids there, and everything's gone. There's nothing left. It looks like a war zone.
Meanwhile, crews are also battling the Butte fire. They are making some progress. That blaze, which has destroyed hundreds of structures, is now about 30% contained. More than a dozen wildfires are currently burning in California, with about 11,000 firefighters working to try to put out the flames. Dave and Amanda.
All right, Lauren, thanks. Well, there are new recommendations when it comes to daily aspirin use.
Coming up, who experts say should be using it and who shouldn't. Next on Good Day Austin, it is 6:09 right now, 74 degrees outside.